Hi guys, John Cordisco back again. Round 4 of the Gashimov Memorial 2016. This is the 3rd edition in honor of Ugar Gashimov, who passed away 4 years ago from a brain tumor. Great GM, nice guy too. And we're going to see something that we haven't seen in a while. Just kidding, of course. I was going to say Giri didn't draw. This is a decisive game. I'm not going to say who won. Giri is white from the Netherlands, and Harikrishna really come up in the last year a lot. He's rated 2763 now. He's coming up in the world from India. So let's get to it. It's going to be a Queen's Gambit decline. Now usually those are boring. This is not. Giri is white. Harikrishna is black. Let's get to it. It's going to be a Queen's Gambit declined. Kind of seen this a couple 100,000 times. Pawn takes, bishop e4. Okay, the smoke is cleared. Kind of reminds you a little bit of a Grunfeld with the two queenside pawns against the one white. He blocks, takes, queen takes, black castles, rook c1. Okay, we've gone through a lot of moves, but pretty much book stuff. In fact, we're not even on the end of the book yet. All right, let's just take a breather. I like white's in pretty good shape. Not great shape. What I like about black's position is queenside minor pieces aren't developed yet. But white's not castle, so it's a coin toss. At b6, he's going to fee and kettle the bishop. Bishop d3. Bishop. White castles finally. And h6. Now that's the last book move according to the computer. Pretty much standard stuff. These guys have probably gone through these lines a million times. So how can one break through the other? Let's see. Queen e3, just getting solid. Knight c6. h4. Looks like Giri's going for a kingside attack here. It's going to take a while though. Rook c8. h5. Okay, now we know that freezes this pawn. Can't move, of course, because of the queen. Alright, so Anish got something here. Computer only shows a small advantage for white, but I like white. Queen e7, is bringing the queen over for protection. Now, you got to remember something here. Look at both of black's minor pieces. They're on the wrong side of the board, I think. And that knight can't really move anywhere. He moves the bishop to b1. That's very interesting. a3 was the computer's choice, believe it or not. Rook after d1 is probably more practical. Bishop b2. He tries to go back to b1, which I find interesting. Now the other rook comes over. So this is where Anish is going to do the breakthrough. d5. Pawn takes. e5. Doesn't take back. So now we have a pawn here and here, guarding these two key squares. Bishop a6, hit the rook. Rook comes over. Queen d7. Tiny, it's basically even. Even though black's a pawn up, white's got a good position here. Queen f4, knight e7, knight d4, stopping the knight from coming here. Plus, this is a really good centralized knight. Rook takes, queen takes. Now, interesting. Rook takes is not as good because you're going to turn around to rook c8, but you can do that anyway. Why queen takes is better? Frankly, I would have taken with a rook, but that's just me. Queen takes. I like queen c8 just to chase the queen. Queen a4. Interesting. Hit the knight. So this went from a kingside attack from white till I don't know what this is. So he decides to go e6. Going to disrupt black a little bit. Now, we all know Harikrishna is a great player. I don't think he's in the top 10 in the world yet, but he's definitely in the top 15, I believe. Now the highest rated player in India, I believe he's above Vishy Anand. And why would Giri leave that knight there for free if there wasn't a price to pay? But he takes it anyway. And that tough break. 2 1/4 advantage for white. Let's get an idea here. I think rook to f8 was probably more appropriate. After queen to e3, queen to b4. But he decided to take it. Now pawn takes check. King takes. Queen c7. Now, the queen is hitting the knight, and the rook is hitting the knight, and the rook's in pre. What's he going to do? Rook e8 is only move. But then here comes the killer. Can you find it? The killer blow. Bishop checks. And that's where Harikrishna resigned after king g8. Bishop takes. If the king had gone here, bishop still takes. And now the knight's in pre. Tough break for Pantala. I'm really surprised that he missed that. Let's go back a few moves here where he takes the queen. I'm not a grandmaster. I'm not even close to these guys' level, let alone even can critique, but I'm surprised he didn't see that, frankly. Because after queen takes, pawn checks, king, queen c7, that's a move that we could see. And after rook e8, he probably figures he's okay. He just missed the bishop. Now, I've heard in lessons on YouTube here, from the Chess Club and Scholastic Center and other sources, when you put a bishop way in the back like this, or in the corners for that matter, you forget it's there. And even grandmasters do it, so I don't feel too badly. And frankly, I just think he missed the bishop check, which ended the game. So, Giri, I believe he won last round too. That's 2 rounds in a row. You know, put a national holiday in the Netherlands. Giri won 2 in a row instead of drawing. Anyway, folks, that's the top game from round 4. I hope you enjoyed it. I want you all to remember, if you think chess is just a game, you're not playing it right. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.